Something happening. It was wrong. Something happening. I was left out. Things change. Return. Sirus, it's coming.
Hello everybody, and indeed it is a night of returns on this night of Smashdown, and we welcome you all. I am Mr. AKI alongside Dr. Eggman here at ringside to call all the action. And is that video package that we just saw actually evidence enough of what Sirus returns to do? Because obviously he still wants to be a part of the show despite what happened, despite what went down. He wasn't deterred and he's still here. But was that video package enough, or is there more to spill? Obviously Manic is coming out here, he's got a mic. We'll see his input on the matter. That's probably what he's come out to talk about.
Well, it's certainly going to be a big day here on Smashdown if you haven't heard the rumors or whatever. But I need to get a few things off my chest because even though I dislike a lot of talking, I prefer to get more wrestling action in. I need to address two important things. First, that being is, of course, you're all read aware that things for the freedom movement didn't go actually quite as planned on the last show with our 3 stages of hell decider, at least for the first fall. And sadly, of course, that comes with bad news. And Tails has said that he wants to be the first fall of our match at Mascot Mania to be a submission match. And when I say submission match, I'm reminded of a terrible history between me and him, of course. That's how technically this whole affair started, when he injured my leg and I had to wear a brace for some time. And I certainly don't want that to come back to haunt me. But don't worry, Tails. I'll be making sure that you're walking out with the broken leg after all is said and done, because I've got a little bit of time to brush up on my submission skills. So who knows what's going to come out of that. So I say that's all even Stevens for now. So Tails, you haven't outed me on this one. And I hope that I will get a shot on the second fall when Bomberman whips your ass later today. He's the uncrowned champion, and you shouldn't be champion. So it's all gonna go real nice. So I'm looking forward to that one. Oh yeah, Tails, you're gonna get your ass kicked. The second issue I need to bring up is just as important, if not more, maybe a bit less, but certainly they're on even par with each other, I think, because if you haven't heard the rumors, like I said, apparently it is the return of Sirus tonight. And I want to be the first to reach out to him and tell him what mistake he made. Because, of course, He hired the anti-heroes to protect him. And they didn't do their job because he ended up in a hospital just so they could take over the show. And they have taken over the show. And as you can see from the results, Sirus, if you are coming out later, then you need to reconsider. And I don't mean come to the freedom movement by any means, but you, I think, need to take charge. You need to be a general manager and do the right thing, I think, because all these fans will respect you for that, I believe. So if you want to make a positive comeback, then that is something you definitely need to consider. And I think everyone is behind me on that one. So that's all I wanted to address. Thank you for listening, folks. So Tails, Bomberman's gonna hand you your own ass. And then Sirus, I hope you make the right call if and when you do come back. Manic out.
Well, there's some input for you. Indeed. So, Manic is giving Sirus, if he is coming back, as he said, a second thought to consider. But still to come, of course, tonight, if you haven't seen the preview, yes, Bomberman faces Tails for the second match decider in the 3 stages of hell. Also, the Gold Rush continues. Homer has yet to find a tag team partner. Who's he going to find a team up with against Rouge and Samus Peach's cabinet? And speaking of Peach, she is going to defend the Women's Championship, but simply to show off that she's not only a fighting champion, but to show off that she can compete against the, well, said best. And we're not dissing Sonya by any means by doing that, but Sonya's been out of action for a long time and not actually majorly pursuing a wrestling career as such. No, not at all. She's more pursuing her music career. So obviously she's been doing that a lot more. But I always say wrestling is like riding a bike. You never forget how to do it, really. Well, maybe, but we'll see. Obviously, Peach thinks she can take Sonya on here tonight. So much so, she's put the Women's Championship up that she won off of Raw. So, in a way, it is a night of returns because the Women's Championship has returned to Smashdown. Yeah, it used to be a title on Smashdown until we had the draft lottery. Then it came over to Raw. And Peach has said it's back in its rightful place. So, if she means around her waist, I don't think so. Certainly not in the fashion she won it, and it shouldn't even be on this show. It's an official Raw Championship. It should be back on that show. Well, I'm sure you're going to be dealing with it in some way, shape or form, because you're the general manager now overall. Oh, trust me, boss, I'll deal with it. I might announce even what my plan to do a bit later today. A bit later tonight, even. Yes, indeed, tonight. But Peach seems to be willing to defend here, but she may be underestimating Sonya, I don't know. But Sonya nonetheless is back, a night of returns for certainly in Sonya's case. Here's the bell, and here we go with the opening contest. Here on Smashdown. It's our second show since the comeback. And Peach is already looking pretty good here. She's lashing out, that's for sure. That's what she's good at doing. She's better at lashing out with her mouth, though. Yeah, you definitely know that from experience. Just every word she says just pierces my heart. In the bad way, I suppose. Oh, of course, in the bad way. Nothing good can come from Peach. Especially now that she's got this Women's Championship, it's just driven her more with her ego, so much to the point that maybe she can take her. Wait a minute, shoulders are down. Almost got in a quick roll-up, did Sonya. That would have changed, and then the title would have changed hands. This is a Women's Championship match. Oh. Not that Sonya's earned the right, but hell, she's part of the freedom movement. I'm sure they're actually taking this advantage as much as possible. And Peach has taken as much chance as possible to damage Sonya in places we'd prefer not to mention. And enjoying it. Yeah, Peach has got a weird side, certainly, to her. But currently lashing out with these floppy kicks and punches. Not exactly the perfect athlete is Peach. Even though we like to brag that most of our females are tougher than most. Well, we can say that for Sonya. Yes, she's competed against males before. Every female has pretty much competed against a male before. Pretty much. Peaches actually faced me. Didn't do a good job until Mandy came along. Yeah. Well, let's not dwell on that. It's a good idea, let's not dwell on that. Well, Peach is currently enjoying the situation here. And, enjoying herself. I think she may be undermining Sonya. There's a DDT right there, high angle, a kind of float over almost. And Sonya may be looking to crown Peach a new one, let's say. Oh, she can do that, trust me. Wait a minute. Whoa! Peach just sails over the top. Straight back to her feet though, but obviously underestimated. Yeah, now not so feeling good about herself. They're fighting all the way up on the entrance ramp here. That's Peach's doing. She ran like a scolded dog. Or a scolded bee. You can say it. A scolded bitch. There. Breaking new grounds here on ASF. Not really, we say that all the time. Hang on, Peach has got, from that hot shot, almost got a near fall, did get a near fall, almost got the pinfall victory, I was going to say. Oh, Bulldog from the corner. Peach back in control after that little bit of manipulation, shall we call it, almost. Now Peach wants to show off. Well, now she's back in control. She has the ability to. That's a nice moonsault, or at least a backflip into a cover. And Sonya, I think, hardly barely kicked out, but Peach seems to be feeling the worse for wear with her athletic ability. This is for the Women's Championship to kick off here on Smashdown, and Peach rolls behind the champion. In control, it may seem, at least to her, and Sonya, though, counters that straight into a cover. Sonya, Peach kicks out of there. Needs to create some distance here, because she's lacking in motivation right now due to lack of stamina ability. There you go, she wanted to back off, putting her hands up. I don't think Sonya's going to listen to your advice there. You shoved her into this match, underestimating her, and now Sonya's almost mimicking Peach with her taunting, enjoying the moment. And wait a minute, oh Peach, oh man, had a bit of reprieve there, counters straight into this reverse armbar, and now ripping and tearing at that arm. Not doing a good job though, Sonya broke straight out of it. And Peach, being sent into the corner here in the worst way, and Sonya measuring. Oh man, that was almost like a Bronco Buster right there. I'm sure a lot of our fans would love that position on Sonya with them. Right. If only you knew. If only I knew what. I know a lot of things. Well, whatever. I don't know where I was going with that one, to be honest. Wow, another near fall. And Peach now trying to find a break on the outside. Oh man, Sonya went face first right into the floor there. After Peach just, shall we say, tripped her up. Now she's got some recovery time to do, but she's getting back in the ring doing it. And, oh man, cuts Sonya off getting back into the ring. And now Peach is looking for the sanctuary of the outside. Still to come, Astaroth is going to get some revenge maybe against Dimension X as he squares off in a elimination tables match. But, of course, the real reason that match was set up was Dimension X wanted a little bit of payback. Because they want to put Astaroth back on the shelf the same way they did in the first place. And we know how that happened, and it did involve a table. And wait a minute, oh no, Peach is looking to finish here. There's the Royal Decree. That was what that move is called. And here comes Wash, needs to do both of them. Both Peach's finishes. That was Saving the Mushroom Kingdom. What a title for that one, but here we go. 1, 2, and dang it. Peach retains the women's title. Perhaps by unfair means and a bit of mind manipulation there. Well, Peach is smart, I'll give her that, but she just can't wrestle. Can we start that chant up for her? Possibly? Maybe in the comment section? Tell Peach she can't wrestle. Yeah, that sounds good. She might disagree though. She might say she's very good. But nonetheless, Peach retains here. And looking darn happy about it. Well, she said she wanted to be a fighting champion. I guess this is what it means, maybe. Or it doesn't mean. This is the ASF. I'll be damned if we're going to have Peach as champion for much longer. You better deal with that on Raw. I will be dealing with it. Don't worry. It's all dealt with. Good. But anyway, coming up next, Wario's got an update on our spy. Well, his findings, shall we say. He's backstage with Alex. But yeah, still to come, that second stage of Hell Decider. What will be the second fall in the main event of Mascot Mania? It's Bomberman to take on Tails. And the Elimination Table match is to come. But let's take it to the back now with Alex on this update of the spy, which we definitely need.
Yes, indeed. Let's get an update on the spy situation. And of course, Wario is here with me to give us that update on his current findings.
Yes, me and Bomberman have been looking at certain individuals, and we've actually come up and decided to announce 4 names right here, right now.
Okay then, so 4 names, and I'm sure you're going to give your reasons why you're suspicious of these 4 guys, am I correct?
Yes, of course I'm going to give reasons, because obviously the spy is trying to help the anti-heroes, and we've been detecting certain people who are almost beneficiating them. So, with that being said, our first suspect is Mandy. And Mandy has been chosen simply for the reason of the attack on Eggman, therefore making Peach win the match and giving the anti-heroes the right to invade Raw the way they see fit, which has been benefiting them greatly. So that's why Mandy is currently on the list.
So 1 down, and now 3 more to go, so who's your second person?
Our second suspect for the anti-hero spy, oddly enough we suspected Mindy, as well as Mandy. So Mindy is also on the list, but that's simply because maybe, just maybe, she was trying to incapacitate Lisa so that when Lisa got invited over to Smashdown to take on the Peaches cabinet, that she may be a bit weakened due to the attack by Mindy. And maybe Mindy was there to help as well, just in case things went wrong. But of course, they didn't when Peach won the Women's Championship. But she's lower down on the list. But she's a suspect nonetheless.
So far we have Mandy and Mindy. So, who are the last 2? Let's start off with number 3, of course.
This is actually quite an odd decision to make, but we have selected also to be on the list is one Cute Pink. Now, for those of you that forget, Cute Pink is affiliated with Bomberman, but she has not been in much action for some time, and we may be suspicious that maybe she wants to be in the anti-heroes for that reason, because the freedom movement, we haven't been given her, shall we say, as much freedom as we want, because she hasn't been competing a lot. So we also suspect her for that simple reason, but but we're not saying that we don't like her. She can stay in the freedom movement, but I'm just saying she's on the list. So if she doesn't want to act suspicious, that would be nice to help us.
So we have the 3 now out of the 4 that you suspected, so are you saving perhaps the best till last?
You might say that. We've brought up his name already, and it is actually a he. All of our previous suspects have been female, but this one is a male, and it just so happens that we actually do suspect Eggman to be the spy.
Well, surely there's got to be a good explanation for this suspicion of Dr. Eggman to be the spy.
Don't worry, we are trying to think outside of the box, because that's what we feel that the Doctor might be doing. Not to make enemies with him, of course. He seems to be very much against the anti-heroes, but it might be a cover-up. He is a bit of a slimy character who's been known to play a few tricks on people. And who knows, that thing with Mandy at the Rumble might be a ploy to see him in the clear, but we know he's been affiliated with Mandy in the past. What say he isn't affiliated with her anymore. Maybe a little bit on the side. They're just covering this up. It's like a big cover story so that he gets out of the clear. And no one suspects that he's the spy for the anti-heroes. If he is the spy, he's playing a damn good role, so I give him credit for it. But, of course, he might not be at the same time. But that is our 4 suspects on the list. And we will be looking into more names as the time goes on. But we'll be keeping an eye also on those 4 names, and I recommend everyone else should be as well. So thank you, Alex. And I will give you an update on the next episode of Smashdown.
Well, that is very informative news from you indeed, Wario. So I say keep up the good work, and we'll hear from you again, as you said, on the next episode of Smashdown. Back to you at the announce table.
Well, what do you got to say about that, Eggman? That's a load of nonsense. I'm no spy. Did you see the way I beat Peach up on the Mascot Rumble? I was enjoying it. You certainly were. I won't deny that. You certainly looked like you were enjoying it. So, yeah, well, maybe that sees you in the clear. Let's hope. Looked like you could care. No, I'm totally behind it. I mean, I don't want people to be wrongly accused. But anyway, enough of that. Yeah, let's try and forget about that and move on, shall we? I'm not a spy. I'm not dwelling on that fact, and neither should you, Wario. I'm no spy, and I'm not working with Mandy. I don't like her anymore. Yeah, he is right about the whole manipulation thing. Shut up. I'm not the spy. I'm not. Don't worry, I'll believe you. For once, I do believe you. Just, you got to forgive Wario. He's getting suspicious. It's gonna run it's gonna run the freedom movement into the ground because they're gonna get suspicious of each other. If he's suspecting Cute Pink, who is with the freedom movement. Well, anyway, let's move along because the show is Astroth is out here waiting to get his revenge, but I feel like this is maybe the revenge of Dimension X because it is a 1-on-2 handicap match situation with elimination rules, which means Astroth is going to have to put both his opponents through a table to win here. And Marzel and Void, well, they've only got to put Astroth through the table. And that's it. It's as simple as that, and they plan to put Astroth back on the shelf here, put him out of commission. It definitely tells me something that the anti-heroes are perhaps afraid of the ability of Astroth because he's on the freedom movement side. And ever since after the Mascot Rumble, he's been pretty dominant after coming back. He has indeed. But can Dimension X put him away? The tag team champions can work together. Can they work together in this situation? That's what we're here to find out. And I bet they're hoping it's going to go ball positively for them. Well, they've already got a streak, shall we say, with Peach retaining. Can lightning strike twice for the anti-heroes? We hope not. Me especially. Well, don't count me out of that. I think we're on the same page when it comes to hating the anti-heroes. Yeah, actually, I'll believe you on that front. Oh, thanks. But Void is the appointed second leader of the anti-heroes. He's second in command. And obviously he definitely wanted this match to be put in place right here, right now. So this is his brainchild right here, this handicap table match. They're going to try and take out Astroth right here. But there was some other interesting mentions about the Spy Eggman. It could be Cute Pink. It could be Mandy, or it could be Mindy. I'm looking at Mandy. I'm sure you are very often. And Marzel, let's talk about the match here, because it's carrying on without us. Oh man! Marzel brought that table in. The disaster was about to strike there. Void broke up the table. Here in the ASF, we got tables that are the exact opposite of Japanese tables. They'll break on anything. They'll break by, yeah, there you go, by people kicking them. Only in the ASF. It's because we can't buy the expensive fancy ones. We got a low budget when it comes to tables. Astroth though, oh! That could have been right there at the end. I think Dimension X want to maim a bit more. I think they knew that Astroth was going to get out of that situation. They were just testing him. But you never know about Dimension X. They like to test people's patience and everything. Well, they always like to claim that they like to face the best, but they like to face the best with the odds in their favour. And this match is no exception. Marzel tries to go for a drop kick. Astroth doing a good job keeping or avoiding tables which have been set up throughout in the ring here. This is a definite sudden death environment when it comes to the... Oh! Ooh, that was very close. When it comes to Astroth's side, as you saw there, the match could have been over right there if Marzel had charged Astroth right through that table in the corner. He seemed to be very possessed with putting things in the corner. Specifically tables. And that's because it's the easiest way to win, and obviously... Well, they want to get to Astroth if he's able to be playing mind games with. But they're the ones that put him on the shelf. Astroth came back, eliminated these two from the Mascot Rumble, ruining their chances of perhaps having an all-anti-hero night. Oh, man. Out on the outside here, and Void, oh man, kick to the face and then wrenching his arm, hyperextending that arm over his shoulder. Marzel now with this table. We are buying these in bulk, aren't we? Don't worry, there's plenty under there, and Void's just found another one for us. You want to try and, I guess, set up as many opportunities as possible. That's definitely the strategy in a table match, so at the same time you want to make sure you know where you put the table so you can avoid it yourself. But yeah, the more tables out here, the better when it comes to winning. Because that's the object of the game. Certainly is. Get a table out and put someone through it. Oh. With a forceful move, we might add. Yes, definitely. No falling through tables or stepping through them here. And losing. You have to put them through with an offensive move. And Void's found another table. Oh man, Astroth into the corner. Oh, flesh meets wood there. And oh, Astroth countered whatever Void was thinking there with a sidewalk slam, charging into Marzel, crashed the table to pieces. And now Void setting Astroth up in the corner here, much like he's been doing a lot of tables so far. And Marzel's found another one. Good job for Marzel. Are you hating on the name again? I'll hate on that name whenever I see fit. Now's the perfect opportunity. Great. Astroth trying to get away. Oh man, miscommunication there. Astroth has a chance. Look at this now. Oh, there's an Astroth bomb out of nowhere. Oh man, got rolled up though, no pinfalls. You must be put through a table here. Marzel should know the rules. They're the ones that set this damn match up. So, it's spur of the moment kind of thing, because you're so used to just getting pinfalls all the time. When it comes to these specialty gimmick matches, you're kind of not used to it, unless you do a lot of them. And, hey, Void crashed into the table this time, and now Marzel, oh man, oh god, so many near falls. Astroth is lucky this match isn't over already. Now Astroth, oh man, using this table as a weapon, so this is bad news for Dimension X. Astroth is deadly enough as it is, let alone with a huge table in his hands, smashing it over your skull. Oh man, Marzel was trying to stop Astroth there, but he came down from the top, well not necessarily the top, but the second rope, with that DDT on Void. And uh-oh, Marzel's got Astroth where he wants him, on the table here. And they're both up. Oh, wait a minute. And, oh! And Astroth just crashed Marzel through that table with an offensive move, and that's him eliminated. And here we go. It's one-on-one, all fair game now. And Void, the sense of urgency has just suddenly struck him. He's missing a tag team partner. Not only a tag team partner, but a tag team champion partner. That's even worse. Tag team champions are used to working as a team.